Arjun Awardee, Chief Athletics Coach. एवं श्री अजय जांगड़ा, इंचार्ज एकेडमिक्स, सीनियर वॉलीबॉल कोच। आप सभी का NIS परिवार में हार्दिक स्वागत है और हमारे लिए बहुत गौरव की बात है कि एक साथ इतनी बड़ी हस्तियां इस NIS प्रांगण में एक साथ मौजूद हैं। आप सभी का हार्दिक स्वागत एवं धन्यवाद। यहाँ पर मैं विशेष रूप से धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करना चाहता हूँ श्री रमेश कुमार SBI एवं श्री निखिल जरुआर UBI, हमारे इस कार्यक्रम के प्रमुख स्पॉन्सरशिप पार्टनर्स में से एक हैं। साई NSNIS पटियाला द्वारा पिछले वर्ष आयोजित इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस में भी ये हमारे स्पॉन्सर्स थे और हमें पूर्ण विश्वास है कि आगे भी इनका यह सहयोग निरंतर रूप से इसी प्रकार बना रहेगा। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you everyone. These 2 days of dedicated commitment would be bridging the geographical boundaries and connecting many resourceful professionals from various backgrounds under one canopy of a focused environment, yielding success and contributing in the futuristic, pretentious display of medal tally for our country, Bharat.
आज के इस अंतर्राष्ट्रीय सम्मेलन ग्रासरूट टू ग्रेटनेस, टैलेंट आइडेंटिफिकेशन एंड एथलीट डेवलपमेंट के शुभारंभ मौके पर अब मैं सादर आमंत्रित करता हूं सीनियर एग्जीक्यूटिव डायरेक्टर सर श्री विनीत कुमार को कि वे कृपया मंच पर आकर इस सम्मेलन के संबंध में सभी को संबोधित करें। कृपया जोरदार तालियों के साथ स्वागत करें। हेलो।
नमस्कार, गुड मॉर्निंग। श्री सरबजीत सिंह, IAS, स्पेशल चीफ सेक्रेटरी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ पंजाब, स्पोर्ट्स एंड यूथ अफेयर्स। मैडम डॉक्टर कल्पना शर्मा, वाइस चांसलर LNIP ग्वालियर। मैडम रितु पथिक, एग्जीक्यूटिव डायरेक्टर साई सोनीपत। मैडम अमर ज्योति, एग्जीक्यूटिव डायरेक्टर साई कोलकाता। ऑल माय अर्जुन अवार्डीज, द्रोणाचार्य अवार्डीज, डिस्टिंग्विश्ड फॉरेन एक्सपर्ट्स, गेस्ट, all the officers, former scientific staff, diploma trainees, ladies and gentlemen. It's my proud privilege indeed and immense pleasure that you are all here for this international conference on talent identification and athlete development. This institute, this great institute, over 6 decades has been a cradle of scientific training to have initiated scientific training in independent India. This institute, this great institute, has produced more than 200 Arjuna awardees, Dronacharya awardees, and distinguished Olympic medalists who have trained here. There could not have been a better center, institute to hold this conference. I am really thankful and grateful to all the distinguished guests who have come here from far and wide places, internationally and from within India also. The theme, Grassroot to Greatness, is not just a phrase. As our Secretary Sir has just said, it's a national mission now. The budgetary allocation has been tremendously increased by 15% this year, and It is now staggering 4,000, around 4,500 crores, which is by any means, it's a huge amount. The government of India will be spending for the athlete development and in turn medal winning policy for India. This is besides the efforts being made by government. If we combine the budget of the state governments also, it will be efforts being made by all the stakeholders in this sports ecosystem of India are tremendous. The only thing is, for which we have gathered here today and tomorrow, is to find ways and means how to spot that talent, how to identify the talent. There are various methods which we, all the experts, will be deliberating upon. And then comes the athlete development. There are so many issues, so many subjects on which these deliberations and discussions will be based on. For example, athlete burnout, doping, the training, foreign training of the athletes, the multiple choices which are available for the athletes, the Sports Authority of India's inside all the talent. There are various methods we have come across. My journey in this department has been quite long, and I have seen many phases of talent identification. Right from giving freedom to the athletes or to the coaches to select the athletes and train them, to what now we are following now, the talent identification and development committees, KITD, under Khelo India. They are sending teams to various tournaments, competitions to identify the talent. So there it has been many efforts being made by all of us. And as our Secretary Sir had said, you would like to see the concrete results, what comes out of these discussions and deliberations, where we arrive at, what is the best method, using the latest technology, artificial intelligence, and many other methods. So, I would simply request you all, make the honest efforts, especially the participants who have come here. They need to focus on what all the experts here will be speaking, what the panelists will be speaking. You need to pose questions, especially the coaches who are here. You need to get answers to your queries within this subject, so that when you go back to your respective fields, you are able to apply what has been delivered here and what you have gathered from here. Let's make this opportunity count. And we are moving towards Viksit Bharat, as our Honorable Prime Minister says. Through this Khelo Bharat Niti, as our Secretary Sports has just said, on a mission mode now. So these deliberations and discussions must have some result-oriented outcomes, the takeaways for all of you. With these words, I once again thank who have come here. I am deeply thankful to our chief guest. Why I have called him here is, that's another reason I just would like to, before I close my remarks. Because Punjab government is taking huge strides in identifying the talented children. They have opened thousands of nurseries within Punjab, and they are engaging coaches also. So we would like to hear from sir also what all efforts being made by Punjab government in this direction. As our Secretary sir has now said, without taking states on board, it will be very difficult to accomplish the mission which has been given by the Honorable Prime Minister under this Khelo India mission. So with these words, I really thank you all for coming here, and I'm sure we'll have these discussions, fruitful discussions, which will definitely go a long way for all of you to convert these theoretical learnings into practicality. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Personality determines the potential. Vision determines the direction. Work ethic determines the preparation. And finally, a great leadership determines the success of a team. Respected Senior Executive Director, sir, we are highly fortunate and privileged to work as a team under your able and kind leadership, sir. Thank you. Netaji Subhash National Institute of Sports, Patiala, was founded on 7th May 1961. Since then, our institute has been serving and contributing to the successful journeys of our athletes, country's elite athletes. Let's see the aura of the Asia's largest sports institute by the means of this special video. Can we have the video, please?
India, a country which is aiming to be the biggest sporting nation of the world. A country which is moving fast towards the achievement of this goal. Today, we will take you around to this place which produced the gurus who helped the nation in getting its sporting champions. This is one of Asia's largest sports institute, situated in northern Indian state of Punjab. Netaji Subhash National Institute of Sports is in the city of Patiala, popularly known as NSNIS. This institute is housed in the palatial monumental building built by the erstwhile Maharaja of Patiala. NSNIS was established by the Government of India on 7th May 1961. Spread over more than 1 million square meters, this place is considered to be the Mecca of Indian sports. This center is the heart of academic and scientific development of sports in the country, which has produced high-caliber coaches who produced Olympic champions. NIS Patiala has been a witness and scripter of India's rich sporting history. World-class indoor and outdoor facilities are available for coaches and athletes to enjoy uninterrupted sessions for the entire season. India's success at Olympics makes this institute the hub of academics in field hockey. Weightlifting is a priority sport in India. 2 Olympic medals tell the success story of this institute. Boxing is the biggest crowd puller when it comes to pursuing studies. This hall gave India its first Olympic medal in boxing. The biggest day in the history of NIS came when India got its much-awaited Olympic medal in athletics, and that too a gold by Neeraj Chopra. The Golden Boy did most of his training at NIS. The NIS family never misses to celebrate such occasions together. The Premier Institute is also the academic wing of the Sports Authority of India and the brain house of Indian sports. Students from different parts of India and the world enjoy the teaching and learning atmosphere in the 268 acres campus. You have to qualify the minimum eligibility criteria to take admission in this premier institute. Regular diploma in sports coaching is one of the key features of this institute. Diploma in sports coaching is the flagship key features. NIS also offers MSc in sports coaching, postgraduate diploma in sports medicine, and 6-week certificate course. For the first time, academic wing started the much needed diploma in sports nutrition, strength and conditioning, performance analysis, and sports psychology. Experts from top global institutes share the latest trends in their respective fields. NIS contributes a lot in development of sports sciences, recovery of athletes and their strength and conditioning. NIS takes good care of its athletes when it comes to food and nutrition, which plays a vital role in the athlete's performance. This premier institute produced 17 Padma Shri, 12 Dronacharya awardees, 17 Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna awardees, and 175 Arjuna awardees. To provide the best of facilities, NIS spreads its wings in various corners of India. The diploma in sports can be done from Patiala, Bengaluru, Kolkata and Thiruvananthapuram. The Common Play scheme has started again with a substantial participant count of 345 across 9 disciplines. National Institute of Sports is giving you an opportunity to excel and to contribute in making India the next superpower in sports. NIS invites you to bring this revolution in sports.
कृपया जोरदार तालियां इस प्रतिष्ठित संस्थान साई NSNIS के लिए। बहुत ही शानदार वीडियो। निश्चित रूप से साई NSNIS की भव्यता, विरासत एवं एक सुनहरे भविष्य का संकल्प लेकर खेल जगत में पूरी दृढ़ता से आगे बढ़ते हुए विश्व स्तरीय संस्थान का चित्रण देखना एक अत्यंत यादगार एवं गौरवशाली क्षण है। अब इस कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ाते हुए मैं ससम्मान आग्रह करता हूं हमारे आज के मुख्य अतिथि महोदय श्री सरबजीत सिंह IAS स्पेशल चीफ सेक्रेटरी पंजाब को कि वे कृपया मंच पर आएं और इस अंतर्राष्ट्रीय सम्मेलन के संबंध में अपने आशीर्वचन के रूप में 2 शब्द कहें। जोरदार तालियों के साथ स्वागत करें आज के मुख्य अतिथि महोदय श्री सरबजीत सिंह IAS स्पेशल चीफ सेक्रेटरी पंजाब का।
Very good morning to everybody, Vineet ji, his colleagues on the dais, executive directors from Sonipat, Calcutta, and other places, distinguished sports trainers, coaches, administrators who have come from all over the world, officers and many awardee coaches and all others sitting behind who are all involved in sports. First of all, I want to say that I feel very happy to be here in NIS for a special reason, because I grew up under shadow of NIS. My house used to be just about a kilometer from here. So I did my schooling and college. I studied in Mindra College, then I studied in Thapur College. So I was on the other end of the spectrum, but NIS always fascinated me, so I would pick up my bicycle and roam around inside that, what is this world?
And today, I think it took me over 40 years to complete the cycle of life and to be able to come and stand here before you. I was a student of quantum physics and electronics and whatnot. So after completing the entire career, serving all the departments, I feel happy to be grounded in sports and to be able to interact with you all. It's a great pleasure and pride for me. So having said that, I would say that I was listening to all the people who were speaking. My view about sports is slightly broader, I would say, not different. I would rather say that everybody is an athlete to begin with. It is only a distortion that we have to get into different professions. Somebody has to become a doctor, engineer. But at the very core and heart, everybody is an athlete. I have some idea about astrology, so all the zodiacs, they have some animal signs. So every person is dominated by some animal energy. Some is like a bull, we are seeing somebody is throwing a shot put, somebody runs like a lion, and somebody is a long distance walker. Somebody I met in the morning, he's doing 50 kilometers walk. My own son, he does marathon in 3 hours in USA. So it's a pleasure to, I feel like being in a family. In Punjab, with this background, in fact, I will just add one more personal experience. When we grew up in Patiala, I got interested in swimming. So I noticed there used to be practically one swimming pool in the whole city. It used to be the Mahindra College pool, and it was basically painted with lime, and our feet would get sometimes torn trying to learn swimming. There used to be practically one or two badminton indoor halls. One was in the polo ground, and anybody who was not outstanding, he would not get time and opportunity to even enter or get time to play there. So these things somehow irked me as a child, and I felt that it should not be so. Everybody should get an opportunity to play. If somebody is an average, even below average, somebody could be of, let's say, above average, and somebody could be outstanding, as you these shades. The people I meet here, they're all basically outstanding players. You are all national level, international level players. So with this mindset, when I came into the sports department, it's almost 3 years now. So I thought that we should create an environment where everybody gets an opportunity to play, and that forms your broad base from which only then the all talent can come up, which is the topic of today's conference, and I'm happy to see that. So in Punjab, fortunately, with these interventions, with the new sports policy, the budget was increased almost 4 times. It used to be 250 crores and today it is 1000 crores, which is very heartening. And with that extra money, we have been able to penetrate into all the areas, in rural areas especially. And today, I'm happy to share with you that 3000 playgrounds are coming up, which will be all going to be well leveled, which will have a store, toilet, a fence around it, a jogging track, and depending on the availability of space, there could be a football ground, a volleyball, a basketball, a kabaddi, and whatever is the locally popular sport. So all this infrastructure is coming up. It is costing about 1500 crores, and perhaps I think it is the first time Punjab is taking a leap in this direction. We could also convince the government, and I think the time had come. Our CM himself is very keen on sports. He has kept the sports department with himself, and he takes interest. So we increased the number of coaches, which used to be just about 350, and today the sanction strength is 2300. So about 7-fold increase in number of coaches, in which we have all shades. I met some young players here, Olympians. They got in the outstanding sportsman category. So we inducted about 60 coaches in that. And then we have our regular coaches cadre, in which people trained in NIS and other similar places. They come through competition. Then we have another cadre of these nursery coaches we started. So there again a practical test is taken as triple jump and 30-meter sprint and stuff, 2-3, then they are interviewed for their talent to be as a coach, to work as a coach. And we inducted about, I think, 250 to 300 coaches in that. So they are now working in the rural areas in those playgrounds. These are the initiatives we have tried to take in Punjab, and because if the priorities are not right, if the priorities of the society are not right, then all sorts of malpractices start. If we talk of drugs and children getting hooked to the cell phones or to the screens, it is because somewhere we have missed on showing them the right direction, that the true happiness, it is going to come from your play. So you need not be an ace athlete to go to a playground. Everybody should go to a playground, and everybody should have an opportunity to get some sort of coaching, some direction. So that is the, I think, basic grassroots nurturing starts from there. So once that starts happening, children automatically wean away from the bad things. So one more thing we started, that is in the youth phase, although but still it's a part of, I would say, athletic development only. So we made a youth policy. See, sometimes very small things work. So we started youth adventure camps with an expenditure of just about, I think, 5 to 7 crores. We will be able to take almost 1 or 2 boys and girls from every village every year in the sub-mountainous areas for 5-day trekking, hiking and trekking camps. So I interacted with some of the boys, and they were very happy. They said we walked 60 kilometers in last 5 days, and some said that we had never walked so much. So now we are feeling very much energized, and we wish to come back to the same activity once again. So as administrators, I think our role is whatever we suffered from and whatever we, let's say, opportunities we got in our lives, if we can give it back to the society, so it brings a lot of joy to a person himself, and at the same time it creates better opportunities for everybody. So as my colleague Hari Ranjan Rao said, I would also, I don't know whether I'll be able to spend all the time here, but I will surely request Vinitji that he should send me the proceedings and all the good knowledge which comes out of the churning which will happen in this conference. And once again, I'm very thankful and delighted to be here and to be able to speak to all of you. Thank you.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर। आपके द्वारा कहे गए शब्द हमारे लिए प्रेरणादायी हैं और आपके मार्गदर्शन में पंजाब में खेल के उत्थान को लेकर किए जा रहे कार्य निश्चित ही प्रशंसनीय एवं अनुसरणीय हैं। आपका यह प्रयास खेल जगत में निश्चित ही क्रांतिकारी परिवर्तन लेकर आएगा। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर।
I now humbly request Shri Shivanand Mishra Sir, Deputy Director, Academics, SAI NSNIS Patiala, to kindly give the vote of thanks, please. This will be followed by our country's national anthem.
Respected dignitaries, delegates, participants, on behalf of NSNIS Patiala, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to each of one of you for gathering here today to make this inaugural session of the International Conference a grand success. At the outset, I would like to thank our esteemed Secretary Sports and Director General Sports Authority of India for addressing us on virtual mode. I would also like to thank our Chief Guest, Special Chief Secretary Punjab, our Senior Executive Director, Vice Chancellor LNIP Gwalior, Executive Director SAI Sonipat, and Executive Director of Regional Center SAI Kolkata. I would like to specially also thank our international speakers for joining us both online and offline, and to all the participants for being part of this conference. I would also like to place on record the appreciation for the hard work of the organizing team, volunteers, officials, coaches, ground staff in making this event possible. Last but not the least, on behalf of NSNIS Patiala family, I would like to express gratitude to our sponsors and partners, especially State Bank of India and Union Bank of India. With this, I conclude this inaugural session. Thank you, and I wish everyone a productive conference ahead. Thank you.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर। जैसा कि आप सभी को विदित है, राष्ट्र धर्म सर्वोपरि, इन्हीं पंक्तियों को साकार करते हुए
आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा, जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
जय हिंद।
Please be seated at your designated seats, please. Bharat's rich legacy of Atithi Devo Bhava clearly reflects in the quote, "The way you treat will always be remembered." So we at NSNIS today are highly pleased and request all of you to join in for the high tea at the adjacent hall. Volunteers may please show the way to the guests. And a small information for everyone, we'll start our first keynote session at 11:30 a.m. sharp here at Wrestling Hall. So kindly assemble here for the session after enjoying your high tea. Thank you.
आप सभी अतिथियों एवं वक्ताओं के जलपान की व्यवस्था साथ वाले ही वॉलीबॉल हॉल में की गई है। आप सभी सादर आमंत्रित हैं। आप सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। डिप्लोमा स्टूडेंट्स रिमेन सीटेड। डिप्लोमा स्टूडेंट्स अभी सीटों पर बैठे रहें। कृपया अतिथियों को जाने दें। पहले डिप्लोमा स्टूडेंट्स अपनी सीटों पर बैठे रहें, अतिथियों को जाने दें।